Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites. I'm Prestine Parton. I'm the Technology Director of Southwest REC. And today we have Amber Richmond, Instructional Specialist for Southwest REC. And she is going to share with us EdPuzzle. And EdPuzzle is a great platform that is going to allow you to engage your students into a video integration and a nice way that integrates right into your LMS as well. So you can get those students engaged and be able to track the data as well. And so I'm going to turn this right on over to Amber so that she can share with you how to get this engaging video presentation with your students. So Amber, take it away.
Thank you, Pristine. So I'm so excited to be able to share this tool with everyone. EdPuzzle is a great way to help your students build that prior knowledge when you're introducing a new concept. It's a great way to include videos into your classroom, but also hold the students accountable for watching those videos as well. So here is EdPuzzle. This is their logo, a better way to do video. So first let's start off by how do I get to EdPuzzle? There's the internet address right there. It's just edpuzzle.com. And then you can then go ahead and create an account. So the page, when you go to it, looks like this. And it has all these examples and stuff. But up here at the very top right, it says sign up. So that's where we're going to begin today. When you click sign up, it asks you if you are a teacher or a student. So if you are going to have your students sign up, they'll go to the same website and they'll sign up. Just they have to click I'm a student instead of I'm a teacher. Once you click I'm a teacher, you will either sign in with Google or Microsoft, or if you don't want to sign in with either of those, then you can sign up with EdPuzzle. Now, I do want to add here that if you are a Google or a Microsoft school and you want to use your school account, make sure you do this if you're planning on getting the district pay for the district version of EdPuzzle. I would then use your school account to log in. Otherwise, if you want it to be more personalized, you can use this EdPuzzle one here. And so however you sign in, you're going to put your first name, last name, your email, make a password, and then click I agree, and then you can create your account. All right, so that's how you sign up. Once you are in, this is what it looks like. So you'll see over here on the right is your navigation panel. And you can turn that on or off by clicking these three lines up here. And then there's a search bar. And over here on the right, we have add content, a help, and a profile picture. Before I go into all that, I want to show you on the EdPuzzle website. This is the definition that they have for what is EdPuzzle. And I kind of bolded some of the more important terms there. So basically you can make any video for your lesson. You can find videos. You can embed your own questions or audio into the videos, assign it to your students, and then check their progress. So very useful. There is a free version. With the free version, you are limited to only storing up to 20 videos at a time. As a classroom teacher, that doesn't seem like very many. However, I would only be using maybe 5 or 6 at a time. By the time I got to that 20 video cap, I could then go in and delete some of the older ones that I was no longer using. So that's something, it's not a big deal. However, if you're one of those that likes to keep what you make and then reuse it every year, then you might want to think about upgrading to the Pro Teacher because that gives you unlimited videos, and also gives you some other options as well. And then if you decide you really like EdPuzzle and you want your school or district to purchase it as a school or district, you can do this custom plan, and that does include the LMS integration with Grade Passback. So that is something if you're wanting, you can have your district look at, and they can purchase that for your school. All right, moving on, let's talk about how to bring your students into EdPuzzle. So you already made you an account. Now you want to bring your students in. So bringing your students into EdPuzzle is super easy. So you come right down here where it says My Classes, and you can click this little plus, and that will add a class. Once you are here, you're going to notice there are all of the LMS accounts here. So there's Google Classroom, Canvas, PowerSchool. So by logging into this, this will allow you to bring in your classes. It won't do the grade pass back if you don't have the district account, but it will allow you to import your students and you won't have to have them added manually. It even can be used through Clever. So you can bring in your students through Clever as well if that's something that your school is implementing. If you'd rather do it manually, that's okay too. So you can click Create New Class. You'll put the name of your class, and then a description, what grade level they are, what subjects. I recommend leaving this on Classic. That's going to give you full features of EdPuzzle. Open is a little bit different because your students are going to have to enter. They'll just enter the class code to join. But you can't see their progress. It doesn't keep it like a grade book. So this one does do grade book. So that's the difference. I recommend this one for a classroom teacher. So then once you have it all set up, just hit create class and it'll appear down here and you'll have different options. So you'll have assignments, class members, gradebook. So if you imported your kids will already be under class members. If not, we can come over here and we can invite our students. So when I click that button, it's going to pop up a class code. I can either have my students go to edpuzzle.com, sign up as a student, and then enter our class code, or I can simply copy this link and I can put it on my webpage or my LMS or even email it to the students as well. And then they can click on that to join. So very easy to bring your students in. So let's go over the dashboard really quickly. So as you go into EdPuzzle, you have all of your classes down here. If you are finished with a class, you can click these three dots. That's going to give you an option to either archive or delete your class. If you have a class and it's over, I would recommend archiving them and not deleting them. So that way you can access that information later if you need to. So archive classes will simply go down here and then you can collapse them. Up here, we have some options. We have Discover, EdPuzzle's Originals, My Content, My Network, Notifications. And then up over here at the top, we have a search bar. I'll go over that here in a minute. We have Add Content, a question mark, and our profile. Hello, Mr. Stout. How are you? Oh, you're muted.
Fine, thank you.
It's great to see you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are talking about edpuzzle.com. I'm going to go ahead and throw the link into the chat if you want to click on it to access. Very easy to sign up. Let me know if you have any questions. So up here at the top, again, we do have a little question mark here. So if you do need help with anything, there's a lot of options here. Like if you want to go deeper and learn how to do LMS integration or how to use EdPuzzle with Google Classroom specifically, you can go to any of these and it will give you a breakdown tutorial. Also under your profile, there towards the bottom, it will let you know how many videos you have already out of your free 20 that you can store. And then it will also, there's resources, courses, and help center. So I'm going to go through each of those. I already have them selected and open in these other tabs because some of them, especially courses, it does take a minute to load. So for time's sake, I preloaded them. So resources are just main events that are happening. Sometimes they'll do webinars. Sometimes there'll be courses or just basic tutorials. If we come over here to specific courses, so if you want a more in-depth tutorial on EdPuzzle, you can come in here and there's like connecting EdPuzzle and Schoology, connecting EdPuzzle to Google Classroom, connecting EdPuzzle to Canvas. So really to learn how to use it with your LMS, you can take those classes. If you want to gamify your class or do even a flipped classroom, those are all in here. So there's a lot of cool things in here that can teach you even how to do inclusion and diversity using EdPuzzle in your classroom. So those are very helpful. And then there's, of course, this getting started guide. So if you have questions on anything, it does have a search feature. So if you want to just search that up real quick, it'll take you right to it. And then it's also takes you right to the correct section when you click on the tab over here on the left. All right, so that's our help section of EdPuzzle. So before I go on, I do want to talk to you a little bit about what we use EdPuzzle for. So with EdPuzzle, it allows us to find, or we can even upload our own videos. We can find them on YouTube, or we can find lessons created by other teachers. And then we can edit those videos to recreate our own lesson. And then we can even personalize it with our voice and embed questions into the videos for our students to then have to be assigned to answer. All right. And then once we assign it, we can check their progress. We can make sure they're actually watching the videos. And we can allow them to work at their own pace, or we can do it live as a classroom lesson as well. So EdPuzzle is really good for, especially if we use a lot of videos in our classroom, to make the class engaging and to hold students accountable. Because I know in my classroom, I could put on a video and then ask them questions afterward, but during the video, I wouldn't really know if they were paying attention until it was already too late. So this is a way it really stops them throughout the video and makes sure that they understand what the video is talking about in real time. All right, so next we're going to go over the Discover section. And so these are the tabs in the Discover section on EdPuzzle. So going back here up at the top left, if I click Discover, you'll see these tabs right here. So community is the EdPuzzle community. So these are other teachers who have found all of these videos and they've already added questions to them. So I can look at their content and then I can assign those videos to my classroom. So I could filter it. So like, let's say I only want math videos and then choose the grade level I teach. Let's try like, I don't know, 5th grade math videos. So I'm going to hit save. It's going to then filter and only show me 5th grade. Oops, I forgot to click the math. Save. So these should be all 5th grade math videos. And so then I could look and you can see right underneath, like this one has a 10 here. So that one has 10 questions included in that video. So if I wanted to assign that one, I could. So again, community is just videos that other teachers have used and then shared out into the community. If I go to the next one, my school. So when you sign up as a teacher, you can put in your school's name. And then any teachers that sign up under the same school, it's going to let you share your content with all of those other teachers at your school. So this is an actual school that I worked at. And you can see the teachers that have been using EdPuzzle there. And I can see, thinking cross-curricularly, I can see exactly what content they're working with right now. And then I could include that into my lessons as well. And I can support them. All right, and then the third tab is YouTube. So these are videos that came directly from YouTube that have been, these ones you'll notice don't have questions. So these are just directly from YouTube, but they are sorted here. So if I want specifically a video from Khan Academy that was found on YouTube, I can click there and I can see Khan Academy videos. Or if I want National Geographic videos to share with my students, say I'm teaching about Egypt and the pyramids, I can find a National Geographic. There's TED Talks. And then there's all kinds of different options for science, for math here as well. But let's say the video you don't want to go searching. You can search it here, or you can actually find it on YouTube. So let's say I had this YouTube video that I want to use with my students. I want to take this YouTube video and I want to add my own questions into it. So what I can do is actually go to YouTube and I can copy that link. And then I can go back to my EdPuzzle and I can actually paste that link right in the search bar. and it's going to bring that video into EdPuzzle. So then I can start working with it. Okay. Before we do that though, I also want to show you, you can also just search for a topic. So let's say I wanted that same topic here. I can search that topic and I can see all the videos on that topic. And you can also see which ones also have questions already made on them. Okay, so let's go back to my video that I wanted to bring in. So when I go to bring in a video, I'm going to have some editing options. So I can first cut it. Then I can add voiceovers and I can add questions. So let's start with how to cut the video. So let's say I don't want to show my students the whole video. I just want them to see a piece of the video. Okay, this video's 8 minutes long. So that's a little bit long. So I just want to do maybe a 3-minute chunk. So I can choose where it starts. So if it has a bunch of that introduction stuff at the beginning, all I have to do is grab this little bar and I can pull it over and I can say, I want the video to start right here. So super easy to cut it. If it has a bunch of the subscribe now and stuff at the end, I can just pull this over and I can cut all of that out. All right, but let's say there's a piece in the middle that I don't want. Maybe there's something controversial. I don't want the students to see that part of the video. I can actually, I had to click off because I was moving the front and ends, but see right here, this button that says add cut. So let's say the controversial thing was right here at this mark. I can click add cut. It's going to then split the video into 2 pieces right there. And then I can say I only want it to play from here to here. And then I can move this over and then play from here to the end. So then I cut out that whole piece in the middle that I didn't want my students to see. So I can cut out any parts of YouTube videos that I don't want my students to see. Super easy, just by clicking, making a mark, and then I can cut those out. So it's very easy to cut up videos. So now my original video that was 8 minutes is down to 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Okay, so I figured that's the parts I want them to watch. So now I can come up to the top. If I want to do a voiceover and I want to kind of explain to students what's going on, currently right now it does not allow voiceover on YouTube videos. But if you were to pick some of the other ones or upload your own video or even download the YouTube video first and then upload it, then you would be able to do the voiceover on the YouTube videos. So I'm going to skip that for right now, but let's talk about how to add questions into your video. So let's say right here, I want to do a quick check, make sure my students understand what's happening. So I can just go to the part of the video and I can say, okay, I want to put a question here. And then I can come up here and I have 3 options. I have multiple choice, open-ended, or a note. Okay, so let's start with multiple choice. So if I want a multiple choice question to pop up at that part of the video, I'm just going to click multiple choice and I can add my question in here. And then I can do a couple of answer options. If I want another answer choice, all I have to do is click right here, add another answer choice. And put my answer in, and then I do have to select which one is correct. So over here we have check marks and X's. You can have more than one correct answer. You just choose which one is correct or which 2 are correct, and then you hit save. All right, and then it gives me a little preview of what that question will look like. And then I can hit continue and the video is going to start playing again. And when it gets to another quick checkpoint where I want to see if they've been paying attention, if they understand what it's talking about, I can then add another question. All right, so let's say here I wanted to add an open-ended question. Maybe I want them to connect. How does this relate to something we learned before? So I'm going to click open-ended question and I would type my question in. Up here, I could make things, I can change the font, make it bold. I can do exponents. I can hyperlink things. So if I want them to then go explore some other website at the time, I can say, you know what, I want this to take them to this other website, and I can put that in, and then they can click on that to take them there. You can insert a picture into an open-ended question. So if there's a specific formula you're wanting them to use, you can bring that picture in. You can either upload your own image or paste in that website where the image is at, and it'll bring it in for you. And then it has a nice formula bar here. So we can even add in formulas for them to solve as well. And then we do have a toggle here under the open-ended questions. So you can turn this on or off if you want to allow them to record their voice to answer the questions. I know some students do have trouble with writing, and sometimes you want to give them that accommodation to answer orally. So if we were to turn that on, then they can now record their answers. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and save. It's going to give me a little preview, and you'll notice that now they have a microphone symbol so that they can record their answers if they want to. All right, and then the last option here is note. So if I want to click this note, this isn't a question that they have to answer, but this is a note that it will pause the video and it'll pop up your note saying, hey, you need to know this, remember this for the test. You can put those notes in. You can also add pictures, like, are you paying attention? I would always throw those in there for my kids just to make sure. But yeah, you can add in notes for them to see. When you're done adding in all your questions to your videos, all you have to do is come up here and click finish. All right, so this is the video that we just made, and you can see our questions are in here. I could skip over to them if I want to see what they look like. And then I'm just going to skip that for right now. But the cool thing is, once you click finish, you're going to have a few options up here. So first, the option you're going to have is share preview. And then you're going to be able to duplicate things. If you want to re-edit or assign, that will be there as well. But the coolest thing that I like is after you hit finish, so whether you're done or not, you can just put a video in and click finish. And then under that video, you're going to see other teachers that have already used that same video, and they've inserted their own questions. So this teacher right here has 16 questions on this video already made. So even though I found the video I want to use, I don't have to create all those questions. I can come down here and I can look at Ronald's video, and it has all those questions in there already. And then I can simply click on them and I can look at what they are. And then up here, again, I can create my own version, and then I'll be able to edit it and assign it to my students as well. The reason the assign button is gray right now is because I'm on my 20 out of 20 video max right now. So again, I will have to go delete one before I can assign it to my students. So I'm going to go do that really quick. So I'm just going to come in here and delete this one. So once you delete a video, then you'll see we're going to have, I have to delete two. Once you delete a video, then you're going to have the option to add more. All right, so you'll see right now I'm at 17 out of 20. Now I'll be able to create more. All right. So that was the Discover section, and we also talked about how to edit videos. There's also another tab here called EdPuzzle Originals. So EdPuzzle Originals, these are assignments created by EdPuzzle, and there's all the subjects, and you can come in here and they're lessons pre-made for you with subjects made by EdPuzzle. So, and then you can find the different versions that people have made of them as well. All right. So let's talk about what we've covered. So we talked about how to edit a video. And so now let's talk about the video options tab. So let's go back here. Okay, so we talked about how we can edit someone else's video. So if we want to edit their video, I can click edit. It's going to take me back here. I can change anything I want to. I can come over here. I can look at the questions, change them if I want to. When I'm done, I hit finish, and then I'm back here. So you can then assign to your classrooms right here with this assign button. So I'm going to go ahead and click assign. You're going to see all of my classes listed here. So I can assign to all of my classes if I want to. If I want to add a new class at this point, I can. You can also choose the start date and the due date and how many attempts they can do on the video. You can also, this one's my favorite, you can prevent them from skipping questions. So you can make sure that they don't just skip through and not answer anything. So they have to answer the question before it'll let them watch the rest of the video. And then you can also turn on your closed caption for those students who need to see it and not just hear it. So lots of cool options there. Once you've changed all your options, you can click assign. And you're going to see you have two options. You have live mode or you have share assignment. So live mode is if you want to play it in the front of your classroom and then students are answering the questions on their own devices. Share assignment would be if you want them to watch the video and answer the questions on their own computers. So if you want to do it for homework or if you just want them working independently at their own pace, I would do share assignment. But if it's an in-class lesson, you're going to show it on the screen, then I would do live mode. So the options you get when you choose live mode are start live mode. And it's going to tell you how many students are currently in and ready. You'll see your class code here. Your students will simply log into their EdPuzzle account and they'll see that assignment and they will join. They can also click, oops, sorry. They can also go and enter that code as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and exit live mode and show you the other one. Go back to my assignment here. If I want to just share the assignment to them, I can click share assignment and I have two options. I can either copy the link and I can put it on my website or on their LMS or email it to them, send it to them, or I can actually embed it. So if you're using a website or like Canvas or anything else that lets you embed, you can simply copy this code. Let's say you're using Canvas. You can just edit any assignment. And down here, this is the embed tool. You can just click on that, paste the code right in, and then your students will see that video live on your page and they never have to leave your Canvas site. And same thing if you're using like Google Sites, you have this little embed button and then choose you're going to use that embed code. And you can put that in there and insert it onto your site and the students will never have to leave the website. They can simply watch it right there. Okay, so that's how you assign. And again, live mode is when you're in the class and share assignment is when you are outside of the class or when you want them to do it at their own pace on their own devices. All right, next we are going to talk about the adding content button. So this button, let me go back to our home page. So we went over Discover EdPuzzle's original. So this button is over here on the right, Add Content. So this is where we don't want to choose a pre-done video that's already on there, but we want to add our own. So let's say you have a video already on your computer that you want to put onto EdPuzzle to edit. You can just simply click Upload Video, and then you can choose a file from your computer or one from your Google Drive. And then we have record video. So record video is going to allow you to record live in real time. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this so I can show it to you. We have three options when you hit record video. We have tab, desktop, and camera. And you'll notice my camera and microphone are all grayed out right now. And that is because I need to allow EdPuzzle to use my microphone. So that's super important that you come over here and click allow. So we have the microphone and we have the camera, and then we can choose to either record the tab we're working in, the desktop of our computer, which is basically everything we're doing on the screen, or if we only want to use our camera. Okay, so in this scenario, I'm going to say you're using a document camera and we're walking them through a math problem that we want them to know how to do. So I'm going to choose camera, and then I'm going to choose my document camera so I can walk them through how to do the math lesson. All right. So I'm just going to throw a paper under my document camera a minute. And then I'm going to hit start recording. And so it's going to give me a quick little countdown, and then I can simply record as I'm walking students through how to do this math problem. When I'm all finished, or if I need to stop and get something else, I can always pause it, and then I can hit record again, and then hit this red button when I'm done. Okay, and then it's going to take me to my video editing screen. I can add a title to the video. I can trim it if I want to. I can choose if it's public or private. And then those are the options that I have currently. If I think it's good, I can simply click upload video, and it's going to put it on EdPuzzle for me. Okay, so once I have it uploaded, then I can cut it here as well, just like I did the YouTube video. I can add a voiceover if I want to, so it will replace the existing audio. And then, so let's say I messed up on the explanation, I stuttered, I can hit a voiceover, and then I can re-record that at this point if I need to, and re-record the talking part. And then I can add questions to this as well. So if I, between each step that I do, if I want to pause and make sure that they're understanding what's happening, I can add those questions into my video as well. All right, when I'm done with that, I can simply hit finish, and it's going to add everything that I've been working on to this My Content tab. So when I go to My Content, I can see all of the videos that I've been working with. I can see the one I just made, the one I added from the Nearpod EdPuzzles original, Nearpod from EdPuzzles Originals, and then I can see the photosynthesis video that I was working with earlier. And anytime I need to get back to those or reassign them, I can just simply click on them and I can assign them as well. Okay. So we discussed the assign options, talked about the due date, the number of attempts, how to prevent skipping, closed captions. But now let's talk about after you assigned. So I want to remind you, if I come over here to my classes and I click on a class that I assigned something to, like I assigned this one, I can see the ones that are in progress currently assigned. And then I have this class members tab, and I have this grade book tab. So I don't have actual students in here right now. So I'm going to show you a quick video so you can see what it looks like to check your students' progress as they're doing your assignments. So I'm going to go on to this. Let me just double check that I'm sharing my sound here. There we go. And I'm going to show you this video. Sorry, never wants to start at the beginning. There we go. Sorry about that. We can sort by grade. Right here, we can see individual questions, and then we can look at like which ones as a class a lot of students got wrong. And we can also see individual students and see exactly where that individual student is struggling as well. So just clicking on that individual student, and then we can see exactly where they're struggling. And then we can also have a grade book, so we can see all of their grades on all of the videos that we've done, and we can then go in and enter them into our grade book as well. So this is all of the videos they've done and the scores that they received. And then you can also download the grades, and it puts them into a beautiful CSV format, so then you can import them into your grade book. if you want to do it that way, or you can manually enter them, have that downloaded copy, that hard copy you can print out. All right. And then finally, I want to show you how to check open-ended questions and how to grade those as well. So when we give open-ended responses, I always like to grade them myself. So this video just kind of shows you how you would go about doing that in EdPuzzle. So you'll notice it's super easy. You can listen to audio responses if you would like, if you turn that option on. And then you could just click check if they got 100, X if they got a 0, or if you want to go back and give partial credit, you can simply type in the grade that they got. And then you can leave them feedback on EdPuzzle as well. So if you want them to go back and redo it, you can leave them comments on maybe what to look for, that kind of thing. And if you just quickly read through all the answers and everyone has an A, or you're grading strictly on participation, there is a button to just mark everything correct. So with one click of a button, you can have your whole class graded if you're just grading on participation. All right. Okay. So I want to take a minute now just to see if you have any questions about EdPuzzle. Now go to this home screen here. Does anybody have questions on this? All right. Well, I know that was fast and short and sweet, but I really think this is a good tool, especially if you'd like to use a lot of videos in your class, just to make sure your students are engaging and they're actually listening and paying attention to those videos, because they have lots of stopping and starting points. It will help with attention span and keep them engaged throughout the video. So one last thing I want to show you also is I just clicked on this random video. You can assign any random video just by clicking on it and clicking assign. So this one already has questions built in, and then I can just assign it to my students. So it's that easy. EdPuzzle is really an easy to use tool, and students love it. So I'm glad I got to present it today, and that's all I have, Christine, if you want to take over from here.
All right, that is awesome. I really like that option where they can use that audio feature, because so many times students are hindered by having to write the answer out, and they may know so much, but they are hesitant. And especially if they're English language learners too, they're having a hard time getting that information down. So I love that option. I also love the part where they can't go on until they answer the question. So that's always been something that I always wanted in the classroom as well. So I just want to take a moment to show our website information, just to make sure that everyone is familiar with that. So we do have our Southwest REC website here. And if you go to our website, then you have our Tech Bites right here. And when you click on that, it does take you to our Tech Bites page. So you have information about Tech Bites, you have our upcoming events that you can schedule, and then you have our resources here that you can click on. And so I've got these open again for time purposes. I've pre-opened them so we didn't have to wait for them to load. And so our website display, we're getting close to the end of the year, so we're running out of Tech Bites. So on the left here, you will see the ones that we have Southwest REC is putting on this side, and on this side you will see all of the ones that the RECs throughout New Mexico have scheduled right now. I need to update this because they're falling off the page and we need to have the newest ones on top here, but we do have those that are available, and then the registration links will be there as well. And then the R9 has all of the rest of this year's presentations are also on here as well. So when you click on that link, you have the rest of this year showing. The archives are going to be all of this year's sessions that have already been done. If there are any PowerPoints, handouts, things that you might use for resources for any of the sessions, as well as the recorded sessions. Most of those are going to be linked to YouTube channels. Some have a special place on their own website where they host those, but you'll have those in the archives. With RECA, which this is the association that is overseeing all of the RECs in New Mexico, they have a page right under resources. You'll see Tech Bits Video Gallery. And so these are going to be all of the videos that we have put on this year, all of the RECs. And so they are broken down by category. So today's video, when it gets uploaded, will be under miscellaneous videos, because all of the different platforms and different educational technologies are going to fall under miscellaneous. And so when you click on these little arrows, you'll see those videos pop up as well. And so you'll see all of these different ones that we've done throughout the year just by category. So it's a little easier to, when you're looking for something in particular. And then, as I mentioned, we have YouTube channels. And so our YouTube channel is going to be full of all of the ones that we have done, and it's going to be our Lunch and Learns, it's going to be our Tech Bites, all of the ones that we have done this year. So those are all going to be in here in our YouTube channel when you click on our YouTube link. And then the RECA also has a YouTube channel, and what we've done there is going to be a little bit different. So each of the RECs that are participating this year with these professional development trainings, they have a playlist with all of their videos that they've put on this year. And so that's what you're going to find on all of these links right here. So just kind of giving you a little view of those. So if there are things that you would like to see us put on for next year, we're starting to kind of think about what we would like to put on for next year, please let us know, because we're here for our educator friends, because we've been educators ourselves and we would like to be able to help our colleagues across the state. So please let us know if there are certain things that you would like to see, whether it be the Lunch and Learns, which can be anything from just a 10-minute quick and dirty, this is how you do it, to an educational technology program that you've heard about. Maybe you go to a conference over the summer and you say, hey, I learned about this, but I'd like to know more. We'd like to know more too. So that's our way of being able to learn something new as well. So if there are things that you would like to know, just let us know so that we can put together something for you and help you learn a new program, or just get better at something for your productivity in the classroom. So that's what we're all about, is being able to help our colleagues across the state. So these aren't very professional. This is just our teacher down the hall kind of thing. That's the way that we kind of see ourselves, is just being able to help our friends be able to use this and be able to help our students. So we're really, really glad that you are able to join us today, and we hope that you will come back and join us again. And like I said, it's already May. We're about done to wrapping up this school year. So hopefully everybody is able to catch their breath and have a little bit of time off to rest and relax, and ready to hit it hard again as we join back up for the next school year. So let us know how we can help you in the next school year. So if you have any questions at all, here we are. And if not, we'll see you again the next time.